The city was shrouded in an eternal fog, a thick, unsettling blanket that swallowed sound and light. It was a place where people vanished. They disappeared from their beds, from bustling streets, from the warmth of their homes, leaving behind only whispers and shadows. Lara clutched her sister's scarf, the last trace of Maya, who had vanished into the fog a month ago. The police had given up. Lara refused. She wouldn't let the city claim another soul, not while she still breathed. Maya had been her everything. Confidant, partner in crime, her other half. Lara traced the faded floral patterns on the scarf. The scent of lavender, faint but familiar, clung to the fabric. A bittersweet reminder of her loss. The police had called it a runaway case, but Lara knew better. Maya would never leave without a word, not without her. Their bond was unbreakable, or so she had believed. Now doubt gnawed at her. Had she been wrong? Lara followed every lead, every rumor. She ventured into the city's underbelly, speaking to informants, chasing shadows. The fog seemed to whisper her sister's name, drawing her deeper into the city's labyrinthine heart. Finally, a clue emerged from the haze. A faded photograph tucked away in Maya's belongings. It showed a grand, imposing building swallowed by fog. A library, but not just any library. This one was whispered to hold forgotten secrets, lost memories and vanished souls. The Library of Shadows. An invitation arrived at her doorstep. A plain envelope with no sender's address. Inside, a single line, elegantly scripted. The Library of Shadows awaits. A shiver ran down Lara's spine. This was no coincidence. It was a summons. Midnight, the appointed hour. Lara stood before the library doors. The building loomed, a monolith of shadows and secrets. Taking a deep breath, she pushed open the heavy oak doors. The hinges groaned, a mournful sound that echoed in the silence. The air inside was cold, heavy with the scent of dust and decay. Countless shelves stretched into the darkness, crammed with books bound in leather and bone. Their titles were unreadable, their contents a mystery. A single flickering gas lamp cast long dancing shadows on the walls. Lara walked deeper into the library, her footsteps echoing eerily in the silence. Each step felt heavier than the last. The air grew colder, biting at her skin. She sensed eyes watching her from the shadows, unseen presences lurking in the darkness. Her gaze fell upon a book, different from the others. Bound in simple cloth, it lay open on a pedestal, bathed in a faint, ethereal light. Lara's breath caught in her throat. Inscribed on the cover, in her sister's familiar handwriting, was a single word: Maya. Trembling, she reached out and touched the cover. The pages turned themselves, revealing Maya's life story in meticulous detail. Every joy, every sorrow, every secret thought. It was as if Maya herself were whispering her tale into the silence. Intriguing, isn't it? A voice rasped from the shadows. A figure emerged from the darkness, tall and gaunt, with eyes that seemed to hold the weight of ages. He wore a long flowing robe that whispered against the floor as he moved. Who are you? Lara whispered, her voice trembling. The custodian of this place, he replied, his voice a low, gravelly rumble. The keeper of memories. And you, child, are trespassing. What do you want? Lara asked, her hand instinctively tightening on the book. She refused to surrender it. Not now, not when she was so close to the truth. A sacrifice, the figure rasped. A memory in exchange for knowledge. A fair trade, wouldn't you say? He extended a skeletal hand towards her. Give me your most precious memory, child, and you may leave this place with the book. Lara's mind raced. Memories, precious and painful, flashed before her eyes. To surrender even one felt like a betrayal. But what choice did she have? Her heart ached with the impossible decision. Then a terrifying thought bloomed in her mind. A loophole. A sacrifice so profound, so absolute that it defied comprehension. It was a gamble, a desperate throw of the dice, but it was the only way. "Very well," she whispered, her voice trembling with a strange new resolve. "I will make a sacrifice. I offer you everything, my entire past." A blinding light erupted from her hand, engulfing the library. Lara screamed, a sound swallowed by the light. Then, as abruptly as it began, the light faded. Silence returned, heavy and absolute. The figure was gone. The library was empty. Only Lara remained, standing amidst the silent bookshelves. She felt different, empty. Her mind was a blank slate. The memories, the pain, the love, all gone. But clutched tightly in her hand, a tangible reminder of the sacrifice, was the book. Maya's book. Tucked within its pages, she found a note. It was in her own handwriting. It read, "Sometimes forgetting is the only way to remember what truly matters." Lara stared at the note, her mind a swirling vortex of confusion and loss. The truth, it seemed, was far more complex than she could have ever imagined.